Alright, what up? This is Devlog number 3. Here you can see we got the game I'm working on. Didn't mean to show the FPS there. So if I go to game view, you can see it like it is in game. This is what it looks like. So basically it's called Why Bother. Working title right now. Probably not going to name it Why Bother, but it's whatever for right now. And then essentially you have the controls here and everything, but I'll walk you through it as we get into it. So let me hit play. So when you come in here, there's multiple guns on the wall. If you don't hit enter, you won't gain control. So just to show you what I mean by that, if I go back into it and I try to move my mouse, which I'm doing right now, just in case you don't know, trust me, I'm moving my mouse, nothing happens. You have to hit enter to gain control of your character. So you have to actually read this. I'll probably put a voice that actually reads it to people too, for people that don't read, or younger people that aren't good at reading, or people that just don't read well. But basically, you agree to the controls, then you can move around. So before you get the gun, there's buttons in the games. Buttons progress you to where you want to go. And there's also trick buttons in the game, so they might not necessarily progress you where you want to go. When you start the game, there's levels like this that have pure safety. Nothing can hurt you in here. The goal is just to find your way to the button. And then there's hints everywhere that I give, and talking to you. I'll probably have narration. But then eventually, you make your way to levels that have holes, and then you make your way to levels that open up into the void. Now, the void is basically a world that is neither good nor bad, but it is dark, and since it's dark out there, you might want to be wary of what's out there. That's why there's weapons in the game. Now, with all that being said, there's different mechanics that I've set up for progressing beyond the room. But let's say this was just a big room with a wall there. Like, what I could do is I could jump and double jump up here, right? That works fine. I have air control, so if I were to strafe and then come back, I could strafe back to it. But the air control is not as powerful as the main control, so you have to be... I don't want it to be as powerful because that's like a little too busted and too easy. But you can actually control it a little bit. Like if you jump and hit a wall, you can just pull off the wall. So you can like hit left and pull off the wall. That being said, when you hit the wall, there's a sound. You can reset your double jump whenever you hit a wall. And my wall setup is not the same as a lot of parkour style things. I like to have the wall just be a wall and let the player ride up the wall if they have movement. Like if you run at a wall and jump, you'll go up a little bit, but you won't go all the way up. Now, I might add a mantling system, but I don't really know because I kind of want it to be a little bit punishing, and I give you ways to get up there without mantling. So to look at some of those ways, let's check it out. So if we hit a wall and then we jump, sorry, there was a lag there. I don't know what spiked on my computer. But if I hit a wall, jump, and then jump again, I can double jump, right? But I also have the ability to grapple, which lets me pull myself up again. So let's say I fall off and I miss something and I want to grapple up or save myself, like I fall into a hole, I can grapple out of the hole and then into the void. Now this is where we can hide stuff and have progression outside of the rooms. In other words, more rooms or things beyond in the void. And we'll also have enemies out here into the void. Notice there I pulled myself to certain death. If I were to actually jump down here and pull myself down, I go into the void's lake and I do not return. So you do not want to hit that lake. That lake will be death. I like it that way. It needs to be punishing to a degree. So the other thing is, out here, if we go in front of enemies, they do see us and they do work. So that's a good thing now too. We also have catapults or launches out here and other items. Now let me show you something out here. You see how it looks over there? This is kind of the goal of the void. It's like there's stuff out here, but you don't really know where it is, but you can see like where some stuff is. So you kind of got to explore the darkness or the void area. And then here we got our launching Spider-Man swing. Now, the way the Spider-Man swing works is you can yank yourself to something by just tapping the grapple. If you tap the grapple, it's kind of like if Spider-Man were to just pull himself there. Now, you can also hold the grapple and swing, and it'll swing you in the direction you're looking. Now, if you hold it longer than the downward swing and hold it while going up, you will launch up in the air. It's kind of hard to see when you're in the void, but I'll show you what I mean. So if I swing down, then swing up and release at the right time, notice I'm climbing in height there. That's an important thing. Some people have not figured that out when you look at other games and tutorials in Unreal. I know there's other games too that have figured it out in Unity and Unreal. I'm just saying that's an important feature that I added to make sure that I could actually swing through the game and actually feel like I have control of it. Now, another cool thing you can do is target platforms with your pull, and this is why I don't have grappling, because having this pull in the game lets you target the platform. So if you're below the platform, you can double jump, pull up, pull down, and you're on the platform. It's more of a skill to get on the platform than just guaranteed you touch to the ledge type of thing. Now, notice here I jumped a little too far, and I'm not going to be able to swing out of that. That's where balancing comes in. I need to balance the distance and how far things are apart out there to make you have to make smart choices when you're grappling. Now, that being said, you can also glitch a little bit here. It's not a glitch, but it's more of a tool that I'm allowing to stay in the game. If you launch by grabbing multiple times, you can launch above everything and kind of see where the pillars are. This is a helpful ability because it lets you determine where you can go. That being said, it's also not very fast. So when the time element comes into the game, like how fast you can get through a level, if you glitch or whatever, boost jump, boost launch, I guess, catapult or grapple launch, you technically will be easier, but it won't be very good for speed. It'll be more based on just like making the grapple easier. Now, another thing you can do is if you're flying away, you double jump back to where you want to go. You look where you want to go, double jump, and every time you grapple, you reset your double jump. So you can use that to also move intelligently in the void. But notice, even though I know how to use it, I still sometimes make a mistake and die in the void. Now, that's pretty much it. Let me show you one other thing. Oh, let me show you the guns too. But if you pick up an object and drop an object, that works. If you pick up an object and freeze the object, that works. I also have gravity push on it, but it's not working currently, mainly because I moved my guns to their own script. That's why you see these guns here. So I could pick up this gun and it shoots. But if I drop this gun and pick up another gun, this one doesn't shoot. So the problem here is I need this to happen on any gun that I select. So that's what I'm working on right now. Now I can swap them, it works fine, but the only gun that works is the first one placed in the scene, or the blueprint placed in the scene by me. Otherwise, the other ones don't work properly. So if I pick these up, they don't work properly. Now notice once I drop them, they have physics. They kind of toss themselves out there. You can figure out how to use this later, maybe something to do with progression. We also have different cubes. Different things are lit up for a reason. So like if you want to use different cubes, like I'll probably use them to show you what to do or where to go a little bit, but not like a ton. I want it to be a little bit more discovery based. But yeah, that's kind of how it works. We also have slide in the game. Oh, and let me show you one other thing. Last thing here, in case I haven't mentioned it. Let's find the gun that actually works. Should just make a level room full of guns and only one works. So here we have our gun. I added, now it's its own thing, it's its own entity and its own actor, I guess is a good way to put it for those who know game design a little bit. But it's a blueprint that has its own code, so this is all contained, like everything you're seeing here is contained within the gun, including the weapon shake. So weapon shake that you're seeing, the screen shake when you, I might make it a little bigger, but it's there. And then, yeah, that's pretty much gun right now. I might do some recoil animation on the gun too. Probably should do that. Probably make it look a little better. But yeah, that's how the gun works. And that's the game. So progression is really just figuring it out, exploring, finding your way through it, and hopefully you don't die or get tricked. Anyways, check out GrindStar Games. That's my company, the company, GrindStarGames.com, or the YouTube GrindStar Games. And we'll be working, or will. Who am I talking about? I'm the only one working on this. I'll be working on this regularly. I actually like the direction it's going. I like the art style. I like the void. I like the non-void areas. Yeah, that's it. And hopefully you like the Spider-Man swinging. That's probably one of the favorite parts that I like about it, is we can just go out here and explore and see what's out there. It's kind of like here. Really not sure what's out here, but you know you can move. You sure do know you can move out here. And that's probably my favorite part right now. I like all the other aspects too, but being able to freely move out here, reset your jumps, and fly around is just a fun aspect of the game. Anyways, hope you liked it. Check out GrindStarGames.com or GrindStar on YouTube, GrindStar Games on YouTube. And I'll probably start a GrindStar Games TikTok, and Twitter is also there. And yeah, feel free to support us. There's donos you can do if you look at the links on the channel or anything like that. And hope you liked it. Hope you liked the Spider-Man swinging. I'm trying to create something interesting. Dark, ominous, light, puzzling. Spider-Man meets, I don't know, Ultra Kill. Probably not Ultra Kill, that's super fast, but like, you know what I mean? Like Boomer Shooter, Spider-Man meets Liminal Darkness. Something like that. Anyways, hope you liked it. Check back later for more devlogs. Later.